Morning, Jason. Thank you.
Morning.
So we have no regrets or anything for today, I guess. So we're all here and we're all back after our Thanksgiving weekend and
Hey, boy.
our trips out of province.
Quiet.
So we're here. Good. So can I have the adoption of the agenda?
Hey.
Ray,
Seconded by Jim.
by Jim. Any discussion? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Disclosure of interest. Do we have any disclosure this morning? No. All good there. Thank you. Like the adoption of the minutes from September the 9th, 2025, the Bandshell Ad Hoc Committee minutes. As a mover. Ray, second. Jim? Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Number 5. Item for discussion.
Chair,
Sorry, yes, go ahead.
I just realized there's an error, so there shouldn't be an item number 6. It's the fundraising and updates from staff should be under number 5.
Number 5. Okay, thank you very much. We did that. Okay. So items for discussion. So our fundraising, we got a printout, and thank you very much for sending that out to us to give us an update on where we're at right now. We're closing in on the $50,000 mark, so we have to keep on going and don't shy away from it. I have been out to a few places that I have dropped off the boxes that Dave had made and so forth. And I keep going back and checking on them. However, there were two businesses in the township that just couldn't find the room to put them and so forth, so they didn't take them. But anyhow, I left some donation sheets with them, or sheet I should say, and that was it. But I've also got more sheets here that I got. Some, if anybody needs any more to hand out. I've got about 100 here in an envelope, so anybody needs them here. Dave, you got the hand up, sorry.
Just on the fundraising, Rob, I've got another box and I'd like to see if we could get it in that store out in Lynn. Could I get the box to you somehow?
Yeah, sure.
And you could drop it off and see if they, put it in.
Good chat, yeah.
We've got it in at the restaurant out on Highway 2. And we also
Got it.
has it at a farm supply. He's been keeping this place also up on the applications. We did try a couple of the other places that we had mentioned, and we got turned down. So we didn't push the issue or anything.
Yeah, we do have one at Luna Pizzeria, and Jim, I was in on Friday just to fill up the box again, and they're moving there, and it's because they got a good clientele that goes in, it's right on the front there, so they people that see it's on the little table there. So
Yeah.
so he was quite happy to have them. So
That's good.
anything else on the fundraising?
No, I know there's a service club that is discussing the possibility of making a donation. They have a motion on their floor for next month meeting, so there will be a donation from another organization I know of. And I did talk to one of the Hudson members, and there's two foundations regards to Burnbrae. One is called the Hudson Burnbrae Foundation, and that was the original foundation that was set up many years ago when Joe and Grant were still with us. And so that group is aware of it. They only meet once a year, but they said if they needed to call a virtual meeting to discuss a donation, they will do so. So I've been in contact with them, and The Burnbrae Foundation, as I said before, I dropped one off at the office, but we've never heard anything back from them, so. Like I said, the word is out, the information's getting out there. Times are tough,
That's right,
there's no doubt about it.
that's right. Yes. Very good. Anywhere else? Dave?
The other day, Rob, maybe you could tell me, I was going by the fire hall about 4:30 in the afternoon. And there was quite a collection of cars that was there. I presume they were all firemen. Probably having a meeting or something. Is there an association or
Yeah.
somebody that we could approach there to see if there's any funding?
So the Firefighters Association has received one of our donation letters already. I
Okay,
provided that to the chief a couple weeks ago before he went on his vacation,
Okay.
so they do have that form.
all right. I've got a meeting tomorrow with the gentleman who's with the local teachers association. And hopefully, something will generate from that. I'm open to keep my fingers crossed. Whatnot, as I had been involved in it years ago, and Cheryl was also heavily involved in this organization. I'm gonna see if there's any funding there that they might be able to put towards this project.
Good. We don't ask, we never know, right?
That's right.
Very good. Anything else in the fundraising? Okay. All right, so we will get into staff reports. Jason, give us an update.
Okay, so I met the engineer designer on Thursday last week, and we've removed the timber frame out of the bandshell. I was having a hard time getting anybody to commit or any local contractors to actually provide that service for us. We've brought it back to traditional framed lumber. As you can see by the plans, it's all 2x8s and stick framed roof. I did request to have very small collar tie section flat ceiling in the very top. I've noticed that they've brought it down a little bit lower than I've requested, but we can revise that. They're still waiting for us to give them the green light for these plans that I've just submitted to everybody, and I will email these as well to the email for everybody to see the actual document copy. I've gotten the foundation contractor. I've got a quote from him off of these revised plans for the 8-inch foundation, and some of the structural details for the concrete work have all been addressed in the concrete contractor is very happy with these revised plans, as he would like to have built it. Okay, that being said, if everybody is okay with this design, I will get back to the engineer and get him to stamp it, but we'll also get it to council and get it approved for the final design for the bandshell.
So just a question. So from all that, Jason, when would you think that there might be a time that they could actually get started?
So the contractors, especially the concrete and the excavation, are hoping to do it this fall. I think that for the schedule of the Lynn ballpark, we need to get the concrete work done and the excavation and the sidewalk done this fall, because to do it in the spring is going to be that much more challenging and restrict access for the rest of the park. So at bare minimum, if we need to get the concrete underway.
Yeah.
And ideally it's the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna be into winter concrete.
Yep.
And traveling and covering everything else. So ideally, if we can get this passed as soon as we can.
Yep.
Construction's going. I do not have. With just receiving these final plans, I do not have a carpenter contractor scheduled or lined up yet.
Yep.
But I'm hoping that with the few that I've been talking to, that they're happier with this. I'm not sure if their schedule is gonna be the big hiccup in this. At bare minimum, I would like to at least get the concrete underway and not hold that process up whatsoever. So,
It's a good plan. Let's get that going and as you say. ASAP,
yeah,
if we can.
If the committee could make a motion to recommend, for the recommendation to go to council, the next council meeting it can go to
When?
is October 27th.
October 27th. Yeah. David, sorry?
Yeah, I've just, it may be here, but I don't see it. What I was wondering, is there some location indicates, where the hydro and electrical outlets would be?
they would be in that constructed back wall section.
On the back wall?
Yes, there is a solid wall there that we requested for a backdrop for the band. And that would house a electrical box
Okay, and,
in the services to come into the building.
I presume that there is, room there for lights, put in lights,
Yes,
for
sir.
nighttime,
Yeah.
okay? And also,
It's all wall here.
oh yeah,
So you
okay,
want the ramp here on the Bandshell, that's the.
that's where they would put the electrical stuff.
Yep.
Okay, all right, and, ask if. I presume the bricks would be located in the front, part of this where it's open. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see anything wrong with it myself. Gotta,
Sylvia?
So after you get the concrete and that part done, if the contractor is not able to come forward and do the construction of the bandshell, is there a possibility we could talk to the Amish people about this? And if they would like to come forward and we have seen them doing some work in the village. And we just thought that maybe that might be something. I have talked to a lady and they have done some work at her house. And she said she's very, very satisfied with it. And I asked her about the insurance and she said that she was pretty certain that they did have insurance, but that would be something we'd wanna check out, hey, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I deal with the Amish folks pretty regularly at my other position in front of Young. And there's a few that I would be more than happy to reach out to and discuss it with them and see if it's something they'd be interested in.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a simple conversation and I'd be happy to do so.
Great.
Okay, so we'll follow up on that then.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Thanks, Sylvia. Yeah.
Jason, when do you expect that they're gonna start to do this?
I was I just mentioned, the council meeting is not until the end of October.
October 27th.
Yeah, so ideally it would be first of November.
First week in November, probably, Dave. The foundation will get in. The council meeting is not until October 27th. Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
Sorry. So I'll speak on that. I don't see a reason why if these minutes can be typed up. And it can be addendum to the agenda for tonight's meeting, because this is a hot topic of getting this project going. There's no reason why we can't have it on the agenda tonight. As if staff can have the report done tonight. Also, I'm glad to hear that we're not doing the big timber job that IN Engineering brought forward to this committee a month or so ago. I'm glad we're back to where we should be and what we originally agreed to back and originally talked about. And you are correct, we can get the excavation and the concrete done now. That is the big bulk of the job. The fundraising is gonna continue, in my opinion.
Yep.
All the way through until the project is done. And, so if we can't get this, the bandshell itself constructed, built, well, then it can stay till the spring of next year. But the main thing is the excavating and the concrete, because we're, pulling electrical around from the canteen washing facility across to that area, so that's the area that Jason's talking about, we're gonna have to be ripping up and cutting up and everything else, so. So I'll let someone else do the moving and seconding to, go through the council to get this thing going.
Great point, okay. So everybody has had a chance to look at it, and could we have a motion, please, to bring it to council and ASAP
To approve what
To-
has been,
Prove the design.
the design? Please. Jim? Seconder? Sylvia? Any further discussion? All in favor? Carry. Great. So looks like we can get it moving, so that's good, that's good. So that will be on the agenda for tonight then, council meeting?
Well, if staff can have that.
Staff, if staff
ready.
can, I see, okay. Super.
I have
Sylvia?
another question. So Jason, what about the trees? Did anything get done?
I had an update.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure I asked for that.
So council received the committee's last minutes on September 15th and provided the direction for staff to work with member R. Morrison to get the trees trimmed that are hanging over onto the township property, and they may or may not be on the property of the approved. It's questionable. So anyways, the direction was given. Jen has contacted the property owner because it's a rental property. He doesn't live on site, to give him notice that we would be trimming. And Jen said that she needs to contact him when a date is final. And then-
Make a comment on that.
Sure.
I provided a map, kind of from our mapping for the tree area. I spoke with the planning department, and with our maps, it gives a frontage and a depth of each property. And no matter how I square it up, I can't really include the fence in that neighboring property. So be safe to say that it's, not an issue that the fence is on the neighbor's property. And obviously with the mapping, that kind of shows what it is.
But the fence is okay.
The fence is pretty much on the park.
And I also received an email referring to the tree issue, so we just want to confirm the direction for staff. There was at one time comments about the trees being removed completely, so just to clarify that it's trimmed that the committee wants. And then there was a note that nothing was else discussed about the additional trees that need to be trimmed in the park. So I guess the direction to me was to bring it forward to see if they wanted to all be trimmed at the same time. I'm just the messenger here, so.
Mhm.
So I'll jump in. 'Cause,
Yeah, right.
So talking to Josh, and we can have that trimming done quite quickly.
Okay.
And I just wanted to confirm that it was trim, they're soft maple, so could trim them really hard. But so we'll trim anything that could possibly fall under that direction. And then my one question was, there's that other great big soft maple halfway between this site and the main service place, right beside the playground equipment. And I didn't know if that was other arrangements were already in place for it to be gone or not. It doesn't threaten this. So I'm going up there after here just to take a couple pictures, send it to them, and tell them. Just talk that and work with Jason just on it. How much are we taking?
Rob?
Yeah, thanks. So just a follow-up to Ray's comments and to the question that was asked about other trees. We were talking about the trees that are along the fence line that were gonna be hindering this project. Ray's agreed that he would go and take a look at the other tree by the slide. Where, you know, we will be coming across that area with power. I think if Ray's volunteer individual is willing to trim that tree as well, then I don't have an issue, but we're not gonna go and trim all the trees in the park. I think we can trim what we feel that is necessary for this project.
Well, sorry,
Yes.
isn't the slide going to be removed anyway?
I don't know nothing about that. This is not a slide.
Does it have to be removed for the concrete?
No.
Oh.
Neither the tree nor the slide are really detrimental to
They're
the
not.
trench
Okay,
that we were planning on putting in. If the tree did lose a big branch this summer, I believe, and I think that was already addressed and taken care of as far as the rest of the trimming. I really haven't had a good look at it to see, but that would be a good question for the parks person.
So are we clear on that then, that?
So just to summarize, Chair through you to Councilor
Yes.
Smith, correct me if I missed anything. The committees are recommending that council approves the use of volunteer services to trim the trees along the fence that are hindering the project. And period stuff.
And with the addition of the tree around the slide, if necessary. How's that?
Okay.
We're able to take a look at that, and if it needs to be done, well, then he was willing to do it.
Sure.
Got it. Just needing to run a secondary and creating the vote.
I'll move it.
Thanks, Rob. Second by Jim. All in favor? Carry.
Perfect.
You good, Laura, for that?
I got it down.
Okay, that's super. Rob?
With regards to funding and fundraising. The municipality never went for a provincial grant. To the government for this project. And next year being an election year, it wouldn't hurt that we now have a new treasurer who was very good with applications for funding. And I think be worthwhile for this committee to direct through the council to staff that we apply for a grant through the provincial government. And now all the terminology is tour and recreation sport ministry, but it wouldn't hurt for us to reach out to that government, see if there's any funding available. It shows that we're already fundraising for this project, so why not? go
It's
for
there.
Yeah,
Yes, great.
like, Rob, which government are we looking at?
Provincial.
Federal or the
it?
provincial?
Provincial,
Provincial.
but staff will,
Mhm.
they'll open up all provincial, federal, they'll see what grants are available. If there's availability for a grant to apply for, well, they'll grab a hold of that and apply for it.
Excellent.
I can tell you right now that Steve Clark was taught by my wife. Back in, he was in grade 4, 5, and 6. And in fact, Cheryl took this as an ongoing joke between the two of them. She caught him playing with his hockey cards in the classroom. And she took them away from him. And he keeps asking her for his hockey cards, she doesn't have them.
Well, we can tell him he can get his hockey cards back if he
Yeah.
pushes it.
Well, hopefully you won't hold that against them.
Laura?
Through you, Chair, again to Councillor Smith, so I have that the committee recommends, council direct staff, and then as I have Director of Finance, to investigate and apply for provincial grants through the provincial and federal government.
Correct.
Okay, so,
Thank you.
Can
Right.
I suggest print the amendment, provincial, federal, or other available grant or funding packages out there, because there also be some private and other agencies, I think, floating around
so,
that you might be familiar with, and
so just adding after government or other available funding, does that cover what you're trying to?
I just didn't want his hands tied, that if he
Yeah.
knows.
That's
the
fair,
grant that-
fair, and I didn't think of that, so
Yeah.
thank you, that's. We don't have a mover and seconder yet, so
I'll
it's
do
gonna
that.
change.
Moved by Rob, second by Jim. All in favor? Gary? Great idea. On that note, did we ever hear back from McDougall Insurance or on the video that we put in? Nothing?
No, we weren't first, second, or third.
We didn't end up in any of the, okay,
It's a Bravo hub. Got first or second,
what did they?
and the number of votes. Get hits or whatever.
Yeah, they had quite I remember that video, so. Okay. Any other business that
I don't know.
Jason, do you have any further
I do have a few quotes together on the revised plans or the updated plans from a few contractors that I've been speaking to since we started the project. I have some good numbers together, but I'm hoping to get a few more to kind of wrap it up for everybody for a budget cost.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
but I do have some commitment that this fall is gonna work out for these few individual contractors. But I just, I wanna get it wrapped up first before we.
Or,
Yes.
So that the number one item now is to get the foundation done and get it
Yes.
ASAP and
Yeah.
get
Get
it
cold.
going. Yeah. Okay. Anything else from anybody? Now, our meeting, when should we meet again? The first Tuesday again in 2 weeks' time, or should we? What's good for everybody?
So,
Rob?
Chair, through you to both staff members here. If we get our minutes in on the agenda as an addendum to the agenda tonight. We go through the process. Jason. Do you want to, once council has given the approval, okay, with the design plans. When do you want to come back with pricing as far as excavating and the concrete? They're the two we're now
Yeah.
dealing with.
If we can rush it for the meeting today, ideally, maybe next week.
Okay.
The first of the week, we can get it all wrapped up. I'll reach out as hard as I can this week. And let's get the show on the road for getting it done.
Good, so through you, Chair, to the rest of the committee and staff. So may I suggest that call of the building inspector, Jason Meyer, through to the chair to the committee members, and the meeting will be called. So once you are good for our meetings,
You know,
direct it through the
Yeah.
chair,
and we'll-
through to Laura, and send it to everyone.
Yeah.
Cause we don't want to wait until next month.
No, absolutely not.
Here now, we're mid-October now, so.
That's right. That's right. And just on a note, as someone always says to me. Once you see. Something happening. That's when the word will really start to talk.
That's it.
The sign is there, people are well aware of it. But until they see a shovel in the ground and work happening. Then they're gonna really be talking about it really going on, they'll see where it's gonna be. And then I think that's when you're gonna really get more of a vocal support in the communities.
Well, even the sign itself and driving by there, like drove by.
Well, you can't miss it.
You can't miss it, and it's situated, and thank you again for that, on behalf of the committee. And, because it's out there to be seen, for sure. Good, anything else? Okay, Jason, so you'll let us know when,
Yeah. Absolutely.
when we can call the next meeting, and we will be here, and let's get the ball rolling. Okay, call the meeting adjourned. Mover. Ray, thank you.
And